All right, it should be live.
Cool.
Yeah. So is my CPU's good. It's doing 20 frames a second, and I've got a little green box to mean that things seem to go going right. Oh, and yeah, Twitch says it's good too. So we're good on that front.
Awesome.
Okay, well then let's make it happen. So switch over and put my screen on, and so today we're gonna go and work through cracking the coding interview 1.1 and maybe 1.2 depending on how quick this one goes for us.
So, Jason, have you done this one before?
So I have actually worked through this one before. It's been a little while, but I think that I can figure it out, or like it shouldn't be too painful to pull off, but I could be wrong. Have you done this one before, Adam? Have you done this one before?
No, but I thought it sounded really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so the problem is you're given a string, determine if the string has only unique characters. So if a character is in the string more than once, then it just returns false. I'm assuming it's just returning true or false, right?
Yeah, that's what I would expect from it. I don't think that we need to necessarily return the count or which character is not unique or something like that.
Yeah, there could be more than one character that's not unique.
Right. But I mean, that is a good question to ask, though. I mean, in relation to interviewing, like ensuring that you are giving the proper output or whatever the interviewer is expecting of you. So makes sense to me. So let's see. Let's first let's make ourselves a starting point of a test function, and I'm gonna do a cargo watch, make it quiet so it doesn't actually show extra output, and then execute test, make that quiet, and only run test, not document test, because we don't have any of those. And we'll do just the name of this module, which is CC0101, because I have 1.5 from the last time that we streamed as well. So if I do this, it should just filter it down to only these tests. And so saving that right there. That did not work. Okay. Oh, it's because I did CC_01. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That would be why. And this is kind of surprising. Like, CPU consumption is not high, but VS Code terminal is kind of being pretty poor. There we go. That was weird. Okay. Cargo, watch, quiet, execute my test. Test CC0101, no underscore. So that should do it. There we go. So now we have a passing test inside of our module. So we know that if we change something, then it will wind up giving us nice failure output if we do it wrong. So okay. Make that one again. Make it pass for a moment. So let's go and say, I don't know, we can add an assert here, and we're gonna have assume that we have some function of like is unique,
Yeah.
and we will just give it a string of.
Probably want to start with the empty string.
Yeah, I think that is fair. And so I'm going to assert that that is unique because there are no duplicates that exist here.
No duplicate.
Right. So given that we have that, we can go ahead and save. We get a nice error that says, I don't know what you're talking about with is unique. So first thing we'll do is we'll add ourselves a function of is unique, and it will take a string that I don't know is s, and gives us back a bool.
Yeah.
And then it says, I don't know what you're talking about. And can I, oh, I swear I do this every time. Okay, so fix my syntax, and then
okay.
yeah, that was why it was mad there. But now it's giving me a warning because I'm not using s yet, but we'll eventually get there. But it still doesn't know what unique is, and that's because I haven't brought it in. So use super. Let's save that. Then, oh, well, I passed because of course it's true. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can see it fail with a false, I guess, because that's the ideal thing, is having a failure rather than an error. So now we have a failure, so we can make it pass with true and just say everything's unique, or like every string is unique, right?
So next I would test the string AA.
Yeah. It is like something. Yeah, we're. I guess we can say test empty first, and then
This is like just a double letter or something.
right. And so I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't test a single letter right now because of course it's going to pass. We need to we need to write something that fails.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna wind up in having a passing test if we were to just do A. So we'll do AA, and this should not be unique. So we want to say not that. So then we're exercising both sides of our bool. So
The syntax looks really weird. Where's assert, exclamation point,
yeah,
parenthesis, exclamation point.
right. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I guess it's assert being exclamation mark being the Rust macro, but then the flip of it being invert this as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can do, I guess.
Is there a is not? Oh wait, you wrote is unique.
Right.
So
yeah. I mean, I could.
You could write is not unique, but that's just.
I mean, I guess
more...
there's also like assert equal, so I could do like that and say that this is supposed to be false.
Right. False.
Like that. That's an alternative.
Yeah. But I'm good with the exclamation point.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll say that. What are you mad about now? So. Oh. Now it's mad about assert equals. Okay. There we go. So we got this failure. So now we actually have to implement something, and as for like a way to do this, we could probably go and do something like getting a. We just need to know like what has been put in there before, right? Like what exists, because it doesn't necessarily mean duplicates in terms of, or like repeating. Like it just has all unique characters. So
Yeah.
um,
I guess let's talk about some general approaches. You've already done this before,
Mhm.
so let me throw out a few ideas.
sure.
One idea is to just iterate through each character, iterate through the entire string once,
Mm-hmm.
and you throw it into a like an object where the key is the letter and the value is the number of times.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you don't have to go through the entire thing. As soon as you find a duplicate, as soon as you realize it's already in there one time, you can just exit early.
Yeah.
Um,
So.
so that only you only have to go through it one time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's O of n.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as space is concerned, the space is a constant. It's just however many characters, however many unique characters there are.
Yeah, so I guess space in that regard would also be an n, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because
and at first I was thinking, well, that's totally fine because we know there's only like 20 or 20. I always forget how many characters there are in the English language, but there's a lot of characters in
Mhm.
in Unicode.
Yes, yeah, there certainly are. Given you can have multi-byte sequences and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I guess it depends on how determined we are to accommodate that. Like a massive size. I mean, we already have. I guess one thing to consider is if we have a string that has so many unique characters in it that we wind up doubling the memory, like, and that's problematic. Like if double or 2 times the memory of what we're already dealing with as input is a problem, then like, I mean, that would be cause for concern anyways. Like the original input would be an issue.
Yeah.
So what I would say, like, at least with an initial approach with this is, I don't know if I would put memory concern initially here. I mean, we can maybe.
I've got another idea too,
Okay.
which would satisfy the what if you cannot use additional data structures part,
Mhm.
which is you iterate through each letter, but for each letter you look at every other letter to see if there's a match.
Okay.
And then you don't look through every other letter. You only look at the letters that are after it.
Mhm. So
Because you've already looked at the letters that are before it.
kind of like selection sort style, just not actually doing the sorting aspect of it. But
yeah, and then as soon as you find a match, you exit. If you get all the way through the string, then return true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that doesn't require any memory or any additional data structures.
Yeah.
But it would be O of n squared.
Yeah. Because I mean, n times. I mean, yeah, you get the optimization of only.
It's not n. Yeah, you're not going through everyone for everyone, but it's close.
Yeah. So, let's go with your initial gut feeling on it, and then maybe we can try the other one as well. I mean, there's no reason why we have to limit ourselves to just one implementation. But
is that initial one what you did originally?
I believe so. I mean, I guess you had said put it into like an object that holds that, and I guess if my one thought on it is rather than an object that necessarily holds counts, so
because it doesn't need the counts.
We're just concerned with existence, right? I mean, if it's either there or it's not, and so when you have that, when you have a set of things, like I guess I just said it, like it is a set. And so,
a set.
Yeah, so I think, let's see. I think Russ has set in its stuff. Yeah. So we have we got this thing right here. So a hash set is something that we can pull in. And so yeah, if we were to like go and iterate through each thing, or each character, and go and insert it to the set, and then like check if it's already in there. Let's look at insert. Oh, look at that. So inserting, actually, it gives you back a bool that tells you whether or not it was successful. So if we actually tried to insert something into the set that was already there, then we would know that that we had a duplicate and we could bail out.
Nice. Yeah, perfect.
So if we've got that, then yeah, let's use that. Let's see. So use standard collections hash set, because we only care about existence. And then we'll say let want it to be mutable, and I don't know, like our uniques or something, is hash set new, and we'll see if Rust is okay with it. I mean, right now it's we got mad. Cannot infer type of T, yeah, because we're not inserting anything into it. But I think as soon as we insert something, it might be okay. We'll see. Or can I do, like, say it's a hash set new of char. I'm gonna type. New doesn't take that. I mean, just have to say that uniques is a hash set of
strings.
It won't be of strings, because I mean we're just concerned with.
Doesn't have.
The
I mean, it could be strings, but characters better.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise when we're going over all of the characters within this string, then we'd have to convert them back to a string.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's doable, but given it's just one, like a string would also have a length that it has to hold, and like we don't really need that. So let's do the character. And so now if we say if we take S and we get the characters of it. So characters gives you an iterator over all of the characters of a string slice. And that, yeah, so that's the way that you can go and get that. And then for all those characters, if we were to just say that if we said all of them, and we were to go and say that all of them went, and like, so all characters, if we were to go and say uniques dot insert character like that, then we're iterating over each one and we're putting it into uniques. But we have to, like, if that's true for all of them, then it's all unique.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a duplicate there. Looks like it passes. So do something like I don't know. And if we say test this time, I don't know.
You can test a single.
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and test a single. Why not? Let's do it. So assert is unique, and this time we'll do A. And I would expect that one to pass because it's just 1 into it. And then I don't know, like I don't know, we test on Unicode, and then we go and like Rocket or something. Yeah. Oh no.
What?
Will VS Code not put that in?
Weird. I thought it would.
Oh, there it goes. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. It's kind of interesting. My emulator, if I go to the right, I have to move it twice, but if I move left, it goes back to the first position. So that one, this one must be like a 2-byte type thing. Because
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens? Let's see. Hey, look, it works.
Nice.
Or if we put 2 rockets, let's try that for. And then, oh no, okay. Okay.
So you got 2 Fs in there as well, which is fine.
Oh, yeah, I went and got rid of that though, because I want the rockets to be the. And I have
Okay.
another space, so I have to get rid of the space as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what. Okay, give me the rocket. Okay. So with that, it should not be unique. Unicode dupe.
So
Okay.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of other test cases which I don't think are necessary given our algorithm.
Right. I feel
Right,
pretty
like-
solid about it.
If the duplicates are the beginning or the end or in the middle, or if it's really long, short, really long or really short, or multiple
Mhm.
duplicates, I don't think any of that's gonna change the fact that this is working.
Right. Yeah. So if we do that, I'm curious, will it infer it? Seems like it did. It's just really fast. 'Cause if I break it, then we'll show, yeah. But yeah, so it seems like it's happy that way too. So now that I'm inserting into it, it can infer that this is a hash set of char.
Nice.
Cool. That is good.
Do you want to do it without any additional data structures?
Sure. Let's give that one a shot as well. And
Maybe just comment those out or make a duplicate function or
we can add
something?
another. Yeah, and we can add another test. If we say, let's start with the most basic one of testing empty again, and this time we say in place and is unique in place, like that.
Okay.
And and if we do that, then I don't know. Let's have ourselves a failure first. So insertion failed is unique in place of a string. So that's what we want. So we can do the simplest route and or test true and make the thing pass.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's go and we will test a double because that forces us to have the other side of the Boolean. So we have to start getting conditional in here.
Yeah.
And in place. Yeah.
In place.
Okay. Now we've got that. Now, if we say, because we want, like you said, let's go over what you were proposing. So we start at each character, and then for each character beyond that, we go and
If they're equal, return false.
okay. Otherwise, we ultimately return true at the end.
Yeah.
Sounds.
Yeah. So you can leave the true
Mm-hmm.
in there, but before that, we
Need to loop over each one.
Yeah, I guess we do like a for each, or for each in,
Yeah. So
for each character in.
for each character in s.chars. And we actually might want to. Yeah. Let's see how this works out. And so if we say
And do you get the index of that as well?
so that doesn't give the index. I guess with that we would probably want to do the enumerate. Creates an iterator that gives the current iteration count as well as the next value. Yeah, I think that's what we want. So it ends up giving back like a pair when it's iterated over.
Okay, but it gives you the next value.
So yeah, I
So
mean
it'll give
that's
you-
the way that any iterator works, is you always get the next, like you continually call next on it. I mean, we're not actually doing it because
Okay.
for does that, but I believe enumerate is the thing that we want though, because if we look at C, on use variable C, give me oh, there it is up top. So it's a U size and char. So it is a pair or a tuple, I guess.
Okay.
Tuple or tuple, which way do you lean?
Tuple.
Okay, I'm in the tuple camp as well, so be consistent
Okay.
on that. But either way,
I just recently found out that tuples can have more than two values.
mm-hmm.
I thought that's the whole reason why it's called tuples, it has two values, but nope.
Yeah, I guess. Nope, it can have more, and so in this case, we good with like it's okay. I mean, in this case, we only want one, so I is the index, and then C is the character. So now, because we can go and destructure those things.
Okay.
So U size and our character. And what we can say is each
So
one
in
of
here,
those.
can you get a substring of S based on that I?
Right. And we can get another character iterator on S. And use that. So for I don't know, C is probably not ideal then, but well then of course I don't know. As for naming, I don't know. What do you think? Like X and Y, A and B.
Well, I was actually thinking that C, or X now, is
Okay.
kind of like the needle that you're looking for in a haystack. um, or it's like it's the current character you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, needle. I kind of want to use needle, but it's also a very like cultural thing to know that you're looking for needle in a haystack.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like your target.
Yeah. Sure. Target, and then I don't know what this one is. A suspect.
Yeah,
Because we don't know, right?
I like suspect.
Okay. And s dot characters, and then in this case, we want to
We're gonna cut that down to just the characters that are after I.
right. So if we say we want to skip I, like that.
Okay.
I guess no, we want to skip I plus 1.
Yeah, I'm a little unclear on if it's like -1 or +1 or not.
Yeah, I mean that's what our tests are for, right? So they'll kind of push us in that direction. But we wanna get these characters. And we want to start at a later point. So yeah, if we say skip, and if it's 0, like just thinking of like first position, like if I is 0, then our next one we're going to skip 0, which means that we're going to be iterating over the same thing. So I have a feeling that it's going to be I plus 1.
Yeah, yeah. Because
So,
if you're looking at the same one, it's gonna fail immediately.
Yep. So I guess if target is equal to suspect, then return false. What do we got? Oh, we've got JavaScript problems.
Triple equals and semicolon? No, wait, semicolons are good. Okay.
Yeah, semicolon works out all right.
I noticed you've got a semicolon on line 9, but not 10.
So on line 9, so it is actually necessary here. So semicolon does have actual meaning. It's not just automatic semicolon insertion. So the rationale for it here is if I do this, then this S becomes like a continuation of that. It says I don't know what you're talking about. Where semicolon is optional is you notice like right here,